guys, how's it going? I hope you guys can hear me okay. We're gonna be getting started here in a moment. I'm actually about to check some stuff to make sure that I can see everything as well as I want to. Let's see. Alright, everything looks good there. Why didn't the thing change? That's really weird. I'm gonna have to go to Restream to fix that. Hey Cindy, how's it going? Oh, and Tony, hey. Hey guys. Give me just a minute. I'm trying to fix some stuff up. For whatever reason, the title didn't change the way I wanted it to. So it looks like we're gonna have to fix that on our own. No, because it's right on here. Hey Marcus, how's it going, buddy? I'll be getting started here in a moment. I'm trying to fix some stuff that for whatever reason is not working properly on my end. Okay, so the title is right on Twitch, but imagine if you walked into a bar and there was a long line of people waiting to take a swing at you. That's the punchline. Yeah, it's really weird. Why didn't that change? Alright, let me mess with my oh, that might be why. Don't be weird, YouTube. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'll check chat in just a moment. Let me check that right quick. Make sure it's working fine. Okay, cool. All right, we're done with this. Close that down. I'm lagging. You probably want to go to YouTube then, Cindy, because I'm not an affiliate anymore, so I don't have incremental stuff. Darth, I can't wait for you to see how bad the transition I got was. Yeah, I actually checked it. Like, I definitely like saw what he was going for. Hang on, I gotta turn this down. I use the same streaming service when I listen to music normally, so typically I have it turned up to 100. Yeah, I saw what he was going for, but the execution was definitely not realized, like, at all. Yeah, let me make sure Cindy gets that, Oh, I'd have to do it from Twitch chat, wouldn't I? Fuck. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna text her. It'd be easier. Everything's looking good there. Yeah, so Darth, going back to what you were talking about with the transition, I don't think it's like obviously what you got was dog shit. But hey combo. Um like what you got was dog shit, but like I kind of see what he was trying to do. I can't talk on it too much, honestly, just because like I understand like the constraints that you had to deal with. Obviously, you're working on a. Here I am. Hey, Cindy. Yeah. Let me see if I can. I feel really weird. Hang on. Let me download it first. I feel really weird showing my email like that. I got too much shit in here. Jesus fucking Christ. 1.2 gigs? Yeah. That's gonna have to wait, dog. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to wait to see that. Hang on, just give me a minute. I'm gonna see if I can't like separate this from everything else. Ooh, there's a picture-in-picture. There we go. I'll show that. You know it's dog shit when the artist says it's dog shit. I mean, to be honest, like anything that I work on before, like it's like presentable as dog shit. Like there's a lot of things I could show you that like are dog shit right now, but people are paying me like thousands of dollars to work on. 1.2G was kind of happy for it. Yeah, honestly, like once we're done with it, like ours is probably going to be like 8 megabytes. Just because you kind of have to, let me see the long hair peasant. Not right now, dog. I don't have my green screen up. I wouldn't say it's like long, like it's very like shaggy right now. Next time I'm on stream, I'll have the green screen up. I've been really lazy about it. Alright, let me get this up so I can show you guys. I ain't showing y'all shit, don't even bother me. Let's see. Display capture. Wait, do I need it? That's not what I need. I need a media. Is it a media source? No. God damn it! I'm forgetting all my stuff. Window capture. There we go. I need just a general window capture. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. So you guys can see this, right? Or you're gonna be able to see it here in just a moment. Alright, I'm just showing this for a minute and I'm trashing it. No green screen, just Rachel sleeping and Apollo looking his ass in the background. Yeah, that's pretty much a mood. Alright, so here's the yeah, this is pretty much it. So I guess with this, I kind of get to like explain why I don't think it's very good, and like where I understand where they were coming from, but like how I probably would have made it better. All right, so let me break this down a little bit. Can I scrub? Are you gonna let me scrub? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Google. Alright, so they have this in. So this is probably one of the areas where I'm like, I don't understand what the point of this is. Because with Stinger transitions, you can have, like, you can have the background transparent. Like, you don't necessarily have to do, like, a background. Yeah, it's a Starfleet. It's a Star Destroyer. Next problem I see is that they have space, like the space background going at a diagonal, while they have the Star Destroyer going in a just straight horizontal line. And then again, like the background's not necessary. It's really not. Like what the fuck is that dude at literal months? And I get that. You probably got this because they didn't know what to do. Like they were. This is probably like I can't figure this out. Feels bad, man. You know what? I honestly think. I think you. Did you get this from somebody who works primarily in like After Effects? Like you just cropped, pasted, and dragged that shit through frames. Yeah. Depending on his skill set, I don't know what he could have done though. I'm trying to place myself like in the position of like somebody working on this. That like only works in like one program, which based on all the other stuff you showed me, it looks like he works primarily in After Effects, if not exclusively in After Effects. So I guess like the best way to like think about this, dude said he could do whatever I needed. Well, that was a fucking lie. Cause like if he could do whatever you needed, this is not the approach. So I actually, like, right before I started stream, I was looking around to see if I could find, because, alright, here's one piece of credence I'll give him. The Star Destroyer is ridiculously complicated in terms of design. Like, I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So like, say like, he primarily draws a lot of stuff. Like there's no way. Like I was like looking at it and like critically thinking about it, and I was like, there's no way I'd be able to draw this. Like I could do it, but I'd probably want to end a video game myself by the end of it. So now I was like, okay, well if I'm not drawing it, I should probably model it, which is just about as much work, but at least then it's a little bit more tangible, and then I can move it around in 3D space. So I looked around on a couple of model purchasing websites, and I found a Star Destroyer model for free. I'm all bricked up for the pixels. Is the bitrate still bad for you? Is the bitrate bad for anybody else? Just making sure. Or if it's just Cindy's dog shit internet. The next problem that I see obviously is like the animation of the Star Destroyer itself is pretty rough. Poggers are fine, bitrate's fine. Okay. Yeah, so oh, yours poggers we like free. Yeah. I may end up trying to recreate it and basing it off of the model that I got. But I mean, all they ask for is like a Creative Commons credit. So like you just have to put somewhere like the Stinger transition contains a model for a Star Destroyer. This is by so-and-so. We got it from Sketchfab. Here's the link for it. You know, really easy shit you can put in your about. No, I meant like it made me hard. Oh. I'm sorry, Cindy. Yeah, the animation's kind of rough. Like, Star Destroyers aren't necessarily supposed to move, like, very fast. And we already discussed, like, you wanted to put, like, TIE fighters and stuff in it. So I think rather than, like, the Star Destroyer being, like, what moves across... Cindy running on the YouTube, yes. Well, the problem is like, I'm not affiliated anymore just because I can't deal with Twitch's bullshit. Sorry, Twitch. So I unaffiliated myself, so now, like if you're watching me on Twitch, you've got to watch it 1080p. So, like, typically, like, if that's, like, too much for people, like, I'll send them to YouTube because at least then you can adjust the bitrate. 8-bit is my jam. I'm all about a lot of the stylized stuff that people... Well, I would probably like prefer to 16-bit than with 8-bit. 8-bit's fine, but I feel like it's just like a little too limiting, whereas like with this 16-bit you can do anything you want. Ayo, don't come for me, that's my dad, I'll spit on you. Um, Shit, we could have a static flying tie. Yeah, so the ties is where I was, like, when I was initially, like, envisioning, like, what we would do. The ties is where I thought the majority of the movement would be. So, like, so let's say we make, like, the stinger at most, like, 5 seconds. So, like, it could come, like, it could be the first thing you see. Like, just kind of, like, creeping up like this from the side. This is admittedly a little bit faster, but you're kind of getting what I mean. And then, like, around, like, right here, once it's, like, at the first point of the no thirds, or the rule of thirds. I can't really explain it without, like, doing a bunch of sketchy stuff. You have a bunch of, like, TIE fighters flying around it. Like, you have two... Hope you guys can... Yeah, okay, you can see my thing. So you have, like, two that fly around it, and then one that comes from this side flies it into the screen, and then you get, like, a traditional Star Wars approach. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it comes in from here, like, maybe does, like, a couple of rotations, like a barrel roll, and then just flies in, and then you get, like, that, like, classic, yeah, like, I can't, like, I don't know if there's a specific name for it, but, like, I know you know what I'm talking about. Just, like, that traditional, like, little fade from this side. Alright, let me start writing this shit down. Alright, I'm getting this off the screen just because there's no point in having it anymore. You guys pretty much get what it originally was. Alright, so let's see, Stinger, Star Destroyer from left hand side, moving slow, not really doing anything. TIE fighters, sweeping around, Star Destroyer, one and two. Third comes from right, does like 3 barrels. Flies in the camera. Classic Star Wars fade. I think it's right to left. I'll find out when I'm like doing like all the homework for it. Hey Jared, what we doing for our friend? That's a good question. I don't know. Hell, right now I'm like juggling 4 birthdays at the moment. Tony, that counts for you too. I don't give a fuck. Based. Bear equals Jeremy. Y'all don't know me well enough to like really call. Like, I wouldn't mind it if you guys called me Jeremy, but like typically like really close people to me call me Jeremy or Jer. LMAO combo. Are you right? Might be jail with me. Yo, jail with me. Hey. Yeah, so looking at the rest of this stuff, I don't think it's that bad. I don't know if you're still here, Darth. Oh, you were just in there just a second ago, so yeah, you're here. But like, what you showed me is basically like why I think that they probably just like use almost exclusively After Effects. I'm gonna call you that randomly now. It's probably gonna throw me off when you do it. Don't do it. Combo about to get banned. I almost timed out Marcus last time because of his stupid ass puns. That was brutal. The rest isn't bad, honestly. Yeah, I agree. I would honestly keep it. The only thing I could have thought, like, but I don't know immediately how to do it, like I'd have to do a lot of extensive research into it, is like doing like a lot of like red aura stuff around like the Darth Vader mask, because I think that would be really cool. But also potentially a little unnecessary, like maybe like a year from now I would probably like look into like having an upgrade for that. Bish quiet, I'm gonna call him that once in a while to make him uncomfortable. Jer Bear forever. Okay, yeah, I can deal with that. Okay, so then I guess we like. So what was the plan for Darth? What was the plan for What was the plan for the notifications? Like, did you guys have anything planned out, or like were you waiting until he finished the rest of the stuff to come up with anything for that? I'll just stick to that, but let me know. You guys mean the whole world to me. I'm overworking and landed a promotion. Yes, awesome, but y'all still my best friends. Plus, you know too much. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so like next, not this week, or this coming up week rather, but the following week, I'm doing Justin, Kimberly's, my mom, and Rachel's birthday, like all in one go. Trying to just make like one giant thing out of it. That would be cool, but yeah, not necessary right now. Yeah, I agree. I guess you're working on the explanation for the notifications. I was waiting on him. We hadn't discussed it much other than keeping it dark side / empire themed. Yeah, so one thing that initially, like, did you want them to all be the same thing, or did you want them each to be separate based on, like, I guess, like, the tier of importance? Like, so, like, a follow would be, like, or, like, bits would be towards the bottom, and then you have, like, raids after that, and then, like, subscriptions. Or did you just want, like, one singular thing? This is really, I imagine this is really boring for anybody else. I'm gonna draw for a little bit. I'm just doodle. Oh, I'm on 4K texture mode. Shit. 3040 by 2160. There we go. Isn't it wonderful that you can have an actual conversation with your client now instead of having to confer with his underage unpaid mod? Based. Damn, that's a lot of work. Sick Christmas if you're opening presents? You want to try that again, Cindy? Dorothy were fucking out of it last night. He really was. We could do one general alert and just change the text for whatever the alert's for. Yeah. So, here's something I was thinking of. The only thing you knew is how to read chat. It what you needed Jailbird to do. So what I was thinking for the notifications, like if you were going like really simple, is no fair, take it easy. I know we're just speaking. Oh, come on, dude. You speak English better than most people. Is it Christmas if you're all opening presents? It's kind of like that. course I was gone. So one thing I was thinking of with the stream notifications is almost like a coin, but like on one side you have like your logo, like the Darth Vader stuff, and then like on the other side you have like the Empire. But it's almost like a game. Like if you ever played like an N64 game, kind of like one of those coins, not like one made out of like metals and stuff that you would like see, but that's like really basic. But I could basically like have it like rotate. And I could take like your logo and just kind of like 3D model it onto like one side of the coin, and then just 3D model the Empire logo on the other side. Yeah, that fucking box next to you the entire stream. I guess while we're here. Oh my god, yes. Okay, you like that? Cool. Yeah, that's what we'll do then. I'll see if I can't find like another free model for the TIE Fighter. Because if we can, then like honestly, that's like 90% of the work done for us. Darth, why the fuck did we just not hire Jer Bear in the first place? Didn't y'all start this like months ago though? Wait, is this showing up? Okay, cool. I was about to be like, well, fuck, there goes my NDA. Shit. Yeah, but still, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I think we only really recently just, like, discussed, like, what I do like, normally. Because I didn't know him then and didn't know he was an artist, yeah. I think I'd mentioned it, like, a couple of times in the 100 Club, but it was just primarily just like, hey, this is what I do for streaming. Fuck, this is my first time coming back to this. This actually turned out really good. FX, yeah. Where did Marcus go? Did he leave? Is he AFK? I still gotta figure out what I want to do for this. Alright, give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna look up some references for some stuff I could do for this. Jer Bear over speaking word porn into my ears with his description of my stuff. So what we're gonna do here, we call a 3-point gradient. So we're gonna move the Star Destroyer roughly into the bottom left of the rule of thirds. You guys are in good hands. I've known him for a good while. He even drew me stuff. Plus he's communicative and down to earth. Also has a crime fighting cat and a sick beard. Fucking based. Apollo keeps it to where I don't have to like worry about like what's happening around me, so I can work. Oh god, yes, Dad. Oh no, now I'm gonna get shit. So now I'm gonna get everybody calling me fucking daddy. No, listen. If I don't let my kids call me daddy, I'm not letting y'all call me daddy. It's not acceptable. I will shut that shit down. Oh lord, I'm fitting the bus. Did someone say word porn gerb? You know who to refer to for voice clips? Yeah, Cindy's a. What's a good word for that? Would it be VA or VO? Probably VA. Yeah, she's a voice actress. Well, tell your kids to stop calling you dad. They don't call me daddy. They just call me dad. Oh, Kimberly occasionally calls me daddy, but I mean, she's like 10 now, so. Father works much better. Father is creepy as fuck, dog. Hot take. I would be upset with my kids if they called me father. VA for show. Yeah. So I did kind of want like an icy stylized ice magic. Cindy VA, hell yeah, dude. About to bless my ears. A lot of her favorite stuff's like imitating a lot of like hentai. It's really funny. No, I'm joking. Father's creepy as fuck and should only be used by SW characters. SW. Oh, Star Wars. Okay. There's only like one character in all of existence I've ever heard say father. I've never like well, no, I take that back. It really just depends on like the level of like, because then you have like Damian Wayne when he refers to Batman, then you have like Gohan when he refers to Goku. I don't know, like that's something I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh wow, this is actually really pretty. How to draw ice magic. But you right, I can be hella lewd. Bruh, you said that I'm next to my coworker. Yeah. Like you don't do that in your free time. I can hear you now. What are you doing, step bro? Oh, get out of here. Direct me to the clips. I'm gonna give you the horny bonk dog. Alright, so I think it's like I found some stuff, but like it's not necessarily what I'm like. I wanted to kind of be a little bit sharper. To anybody who's been in here for 30 minutes and wondered why I haven't done fuck all, I'm sorry. Maybe mice magic isn't the amthirst. Maybe ice magic's not the way to go for this. I mean, to be fair, like I'm not really going to be drawing a lot of the. Yeah, ice magic's probably not going to be the way to go, because a lot of like what makes ice look really good is like the variation of color. But like honestly, it's going to be like one flat color with some. Wait. Fuck, some are on my Twitch, right? Yeah, they should be. Hang on. Give me a minute. I'll take a look. Videos? No, looks like you don't have any more videos. So like maybe all the clips disappeared. No, looks like you don't have any more videos. God damn it, shut up. Shaver over here looking for clips instead of doing the art, yeah. I mean that's basically what the stream is right now. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know what happened to them. Yeah, I don't know. They went bye-bye, which kind of sucks because a lot of them are really funny. Okay, well if I'm not doing magic for blue, what should I do then? Or ice magic rather for blue. I already know I can only use the dark magic for the purple. Maybe I should just focus on that and then worry about the blue when I come to it. BRB, okay. So I admittedly have like, yeah, I don't really need this. I've got some references for this. I swear we'll be drawing in the next like 3 minutes. I promise. I promise. Special effects. Yeah, these two. Oh yeah, dude, I'm all about this. Jerbear, why are you saying your name so much? Or so weird? It's Jerbear. It's Gerber, like the baby food, not Gerbear, like some French hippie. Yeah, no, dog, it's Jerbear. Like the baby food. Alright, let's set up the color palette. Then okay. Combo, how you gonna tell a dude how to pronounce his own name? That's combo personified. How you gonna tell a dude to do like basic rudimentary things? Okay, so let's get the block out first. Yep, because we collectively decide how his name is pronounced and he didn't protest. I mean, I guess that's fair, but maybe not that last bit. This is gonna be a really interesting trying to like visualize this like before I put it down. Therefore, we created the pronunciation for his name, bruh. Oh, I think I know what I'll do for the blue. I think I'll do like a tracer-esque thing, like the ribbons. I think that would be really cool. All right. Yeah, that's particularly why that one makes a little bit more sense. So like maybe I'm gonna have to, well, yeah, I mean it's fair 'cause with the lightning I'm gonna have like multiple variations of that color just because of like how the lightning's gonna react. Too slow? What's too slow? Oh, your tracer line. Fuck me, okay. I tracers. I hate tracers who fucking spam this voice line. To be fair, there are times where like on Lucy I'll be like, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. Just to be the biggest, most insufferable asshole possible. Go to Darth's YouTube page and look at the link. Wait a minute, Combo, weren't you the person Weren't you just complaining about how I wasn't drawing? The fuck, dog? Alright, give me a minute. No, please. I'm kind of already in the middle of it. Give me a minute. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to go to Twitch to find it. Because I currently cannot find it. Okay. Wait, where's Darth's YouTube? Combo, why you gotta do this? Darth knows what's coming. Oh no. Hang on, I'm looking for it. Link it to me in Discord, Combo. I can't find it. I got his Twitch all over the place, but his Twitch only links to his Twitter. Okay, let's figure out this. You have my interest peaked now because I'm wondering what. I wonder what you've got Darth so stammered for. Did it? Okay. Alright, which video am I looking for? That's so good. I love that. Alright, which video? Look at his channel page link. Okay, so go. Wait, channel page link? Oh. I see it now. That's fine, man. You know what my name used to be? Like when I first started doing stuff on the internet, my name was originally Guitar Freak. So I couldn't throw shade if I wanted to. I think like I made that when I was like how old would I have been? 17? That has haunted Darth ever since he discovered his YouTube. I mean, it's whatever. I think it's funny for the moment, primarily just because I know it's eating Darth alive. But yeah, I've been equally cringe before, so that was from years ago, before I ever thought of the baller name I have now. Oh, that's amazing. To be fair, like when I first met Combo, I was kind of like, how the fuck do you pronounce this dude's name? It didn't make sense. Like, it didn't make sense to me until it was explained. found your YouTube before you deleted the vids you had on it from college. Combo out to drudge up all kinds of dirt on Darth. I want people to know everything I know. You have no idea. Listen here, you little shit. Oh man. I don't think I could find it if I wanted to. But if I can, just to make Darth feel better, I'll totally show you guys some of my alt content. Like, cause I had one where I did like a guitar cover of like an Avenged Sevenfold song, and I just absolutely like killed the solo. But then like I winked to the camera, like I felt like, thinking about it now, I feel like such a tool, but like back then I thought it was the coolest shit. Was switching shifts with the boys here at work. What, so like, are you taking a double today? Or are you just like taking a different part of the place? I have one thing on him that I won't use. Wait, what? You know what it is, Darth, don't worry. My relief gave me Quiet Kid vibes, like, no cap, I wish I was joking. Just met him and asked him what I'd do if... Oh, and he asked what I'd do if there was a purge. His plan was quite vivid and thought out. Oh no. I think he might have had Lobster's new thing before him. That was the previous owner. His Overwatch handle. Nah, I'm talking about a Twitter account. Gotcha. Oh god, not that. I know this is kind of looking like crazy right now. You guys just gotta trust me. Yeah, that's big yikes. A harassment account. And it meant I was having a briefing before leaving. I'm off now and driving. Nice. Please be careful. You can put me in the background, but please protect yourself. Yeah, this is definitely going to require a couple of drafts. Right now, I imagine it looks like a bunch of script. Like, I know what I'm trying to do, but like trying to get it to make sense is like the big issue. I think what we'll do is we'll just like lower the opacity on this one, and then we'll just kind of work around it. You know, honestly, what I'll do, I'm gonna take this into a new, yeah, slide this one from over here. There we go. But I definitely need to go back to black on this, because Jesus, it's blinding. We'll be listening, but not typing. Vroom vroom. Thank you very much. Please give the big protect. Okay, so I think with this, what I need to do is I need to... Oh, I'm on the eraser. And I'm also not on the right thing. No, I was on the right thing. Never mind. Okay. Let's start small. Okay. Let's do another one. Okay. Let's bring this down to 75. I probably need to do this one over. There we go. 75. Do this one. And 50. I could honestly do like a few more for that. But I think like if I do any more, they probably need to be like very condensed, like almost like thread-like. It's not bad. Oh, is that how, I don't know if that's how Lurk works on YouTube. I think it just counts normally. I'm not sure. I appreciate it though. Let's remove this for a moment and see how that looks. So that's not bad, but I think oh man, quit trolling. I think a lot of my problem right now is I'm trying to make this very orderly, when honestly like this is probably like the more chaotic of all the magics I'm messing with here. You know, whatever, it's a good start. I think I'm gonna keep the threading like what I have. Just be a little less concerned with like the rest, just kind of like sharp, scary looking. And I think we'll have what we are going for. I can tell you one thing, when I finally go to animate this, it's going to be a massive pain in the ass. Oh, before I forget, Darth, you're still here, right? My new site is a longer drive. Want to talk on Discord? Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the I'm in my server. If you want to hit up the mod chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Jer Makes Everyone Look bad at art. Nah. I think honestly, if I can like get the quote unquote like final animation thing for this looking good, I think that'll be like a pretty successful stream for me. I'm your host, Combo. Let's watch the expert at work. I'm actually about to open up that Blender file for the Star Destroyer. Oh my god, why is it so big? Pause.
Hello?
Hello.
No, I'm fucking with you. What's up, homie?
Not much, just I actually pulled up that Star Destroyer model that I was talking about earlier. Just kind of taking a look at it.
It kind of looked like an alligator head, not gonna lie.
What looks like an alligator head?
The Star Destroyer.
Yeah, a little bit. So how was work?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's because I might lose signal here and there, but I can hear you right now. Work was boring, as usual. All I do is, instead of like the 50 checkpoints I used to have, like 4 times a day, I just have 15 every hour. So I get done in like 13 minutes and then have 45 minutes left to kill.
Right.
It's a little boring, but
I mean, it's not too bad. I would honestly rather it be like boring than like badly eventful.
Yeah, honestly, counting my blessings right now. I get to relax before I actually get promoted, so because that job is going to require me driving around for the whole 8 hours, visiting different sites and making sure that everything's up to par and that everybody's doing their job. So I'm going to be a supervisor, but on wheels.
Chat wants to know how the Star Destroyer looks like a gator's head.
Pull it up again. We'll see it.
I still have it up. Oh wait, no, never mind. Fucking, I'm stupid. I'm literally stupid. Alright, hang on. Where's the? Okay, sorry guys. Fucking,
sorry, Jeremy made a fucky lucky.
Also, Tony says you sound really crispy.
Sorry, it's I'm driving.
Your audio is very trebly and dry.
Lo siento, my guys.
So
I drive a 2006. It's not a fucking gliding Tesla, okay?
Dude, Teslas are awesome. I totally want to get one.
Me too, but I'm poor.
Darth wants a "What are you doing, step bro?"
What are you doing, step bro?
God damn it! You know what makes it worse is that like Darth loves Diva, and like you sound insanely like Diva.
There's no way. I fucking hate you. Don't even say that. Ah.
I'm fucking dead.
I'm about to drive off this highway, boys.
But yeah, Darth, this is the Star Destroyer right here that I pulled off of. Like this, I totally did not want to do this.
Well, that's really cool.
Let me get out. Darth is thirsty right now. Let me get a oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
But it hurts my soul.
Every time I do it, I die a little inside.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't ask to be born this way. Do you think it makes it worse or better that I'm Latina?
Say that one more time.
I said, does it make it worse or better that I'm Latina?
Honestly, I don't know, like, the relevancy.
I don't know. Apparently people have a thing for us brown girls.
It makes you exotic. That's what it is.
What the fuck? Exotic. It just means she's a little spicy.
Spicy.
Come here, my little habanero pepper. If you ever get a Hispanic lady angry, just call her your little jalapeno. Everything will be just fine.
Oh,
You gotta say it like that, jalapeno.
Chat's fucking me up.
Nobody knows how to drive in this goddamn fucking state. Get.
Dude, that's so base. Like when I like it genuinely made me frustrated, like coming to El Paso.
Oh, dude, nobody has any regard for any life here.
Yeah.
Ah, this Cadillac is riding my ass like, ew, money, please get off me.
Honestly, it's Spaghetti Junction. Like, I'm so used to like having to drive.
Bowl?
Yeah. Like I'm so used to having like to go up and down like Spaghetti Junction for anything in Atlanta that like everybody here just kind of knows what they're doing more. So then like my first time in El Paso, I was like, Justin, is there something wrong with like the roads or something here? He's like, no, why? And I was like, why is everybody stupid?
You said that as the Cadillac that I was yelling at just swerved in my lane. Take your blind spot, fucktard!
Oh my god.
No, there's nothing wrong with the roads. It's just nobody knows how to use a condom here, resulting in the overpopulation and stupidity.
Oh shit. When you get to your next stop sign or red light, take a look at chat, because holy fuck.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice Subaru. I want a Subaru really bad. I like Hondas, but fuck, dude, the Subarus, every time I see them, just gets me a little torqued, you know what I'm saying? At least half-mast.
Half-mast. I get
the out of respect, of course.
I get the semi-chub.
Semi-chub. My little Vienna sausage is pulsating.
Oh my goodness. First
what,
off,
man?
Vienna sausages are gross.
Hey, that is my centimeter Peter, okay? Be nice to him. Have you seen those memes around about like gorilla penis? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Probably not. I feel like I would know about that.
It's about it's basically about guys saying when she tells me that she won't fuck me unless I have a gorilla penis, right? Like a gorilla-sized cock, and then it's just people pulling up their Google results for gorilla cock, and it's like 1.4 inches average.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say, like, aren't they like
celebratory
relatively
dance
small? Poor bastards.
Hey, dude, don't be mean like that to the gorillas. They're trying their best. Okay?
Listen, man, it's not my fault.
It's all the steroids they take to get absolutely fucking ripped.
You know what? You're 100% right.
Gorilla.
You ever thought about how like a gorilla shaved would probably look like Joe Rogan?
Or Alex Jones.
I don't know why, but the vision I got when you said that Like Alex Jones was just like him talking about turning the frogs gay, but then like that one, like trying to have sex with that frog.
Oh my god.
If anything's turning the frogs gay, Alex.
Or just him banging on the stupid desk.
So Jeremy,
I
what are you
hate
drawing?
roundabouts.
So what are you drawing right now? It's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying to like draw like
It's titties.
some dark magic. Yeah, some tatas. See, there you go.
So
There's your tatas. Tas.
Big
Sorry, I guess
how
moving
about
on.
Duggadoos?
Boop. There you go. Please sub to my Patreon for all the. I literally don't think. Well, I don't know. Amaranth could probably get away with it. I should probably just pay her to sign off on my stuff. I think I'm probably in the clear.
Oh, is that really pretty lady you drew?
No, that's Brandy. No, Amaranth is like the really popular hot tub. Like she's the one that made hot tub.
Oh yeah, that stupid bitch.
Shit.
I mean, good for her for making the money she did, but like, fuck her for bringing it to the wrong platform and fucking the rest of us.
100%.
I mean, like, if she was already putting out for her OnlyFans, you know, she should have just stuck to it.
Well,
But
to
this
be
is
fair, because
definitely
of
the
what she
place to
did, she's
find-
like one of the top OnlyFans people now.
Well, that's great. She could have done that without, you know, hitting a different red light. But now I missed it. God damn it. My need for speed was too high.
Yeah,
I just-
I'll be 100% honest. Like if anything really negative happens to Twitch over, because, like, of course it's like their fault because they're perpetuating it and they're letting it happen, but like she doesn't have any integrity to stop it, like, or at least like not do it herself.
I don't think she has any integrity at all. But she.
No,
excuse me.
100%. You're absolutely correct. Like, there's a lot of like game shows on Twitch, and of course, since she's like one of the biggest streamers right now, like, well, she's definitely one of the biggest streamers right now. People will bring her on, and she cheats on them and shit. Like on the game shows, it's ridiculous. So yeah, like I respect her getting the grind, and like she's probably in a significantly better place now than she's ever been. I'm super happy for that, but like the way she's doing it, it's fucking like makes me sick. It's Reply Girls all over again.
I would much rather watch Sweet Anita. She's one of my favorite streamers.
100%. I love Sweet Anita.
She's so cute, but like also I feel like if I were to
don't
meet
be
her in
creepy,
real life,
dog.
I would just. What? You know what? I'm gonna just stop talking.
I'm not talking to you. Shut the fuck up,
Oh.
alright?
I fuck you, dude. God damn. I'm sensitive. I can't help it. I'm always naturally defensive.
The thing,
Anything ill around me that has been said about anybody, I'm just like, why would you say that to me? And it's like, dude, I'm not talking to you. But I'm already crying.
oh shit.
Oh my god, guys, it's Saturday night. Let's fill up all the bars on Cindy Street because they don't want any fucking sleep. That's two guys kissing. I mean, go for you. Good job. But why in the middle of the road?
They just want to announce their love, dog.
I know, but I'm trying to go home and I'm not afraid to commit a hate crime.
God damn it.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm bi. I totally support it. I just asked them nicely, why are there 5 cops outside my house? Oh, god damn. That is... Jeremy, there's like 7 cops here.
Like at the building in general, or like specifically at your...
Oh, they're like right on the corner.
Oh,
Holy
dude.
shit, there is 7 of them. Somebody's going to jail.
One can only be so hopeful.
That's true. There's a huge fire in Juarez today.
From what?
A warehouse. think the cartel burned it down. I don't know. I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah, you're too close.
Alright, now I can look at the chat. Hopefully it'll show it to me. He said, OMG, it's Diva. There's no fucking way. I'm gonna Kermit,
Sewer slide.
not alive.
I'm gonna fucking do it. That was really bad. I don't know when I don't know why when I try to do a voice it's like always fucked, but then when I'm just like nonchalantly doing it, it always sounds the best. It always sounds the most accurate.
That is also true. I think it's just because you get in your own head, bro.
Yeah, probably. That or like I overthink about the inflection, like I put my like tongue in the wrong place or like my mouth shape's wrong.
Never overthink about an erection. Never.
Never overthink about an erection. Is that what you said?
Is that no? Oh, you said inflection? My bad.
Jared Kermit in his life. Yeah, bass. Kerbit Nilma. We need more Jared Kerbit. Yeah, maybe. I'll work on it. Kermit Jared. Kermit Bermit.
I'm reading the chat. Oh god.
Yeah. Darth's gonna need a horny bonk.
He said that he loves me? Dude, that's not... I don't advise that.
That's dangerous to your life.
Yeah, it really is.
German.
German.
Based as fuck.
Juan texted me.
One. Are you going to his house?
One,
or are you
one,
going home?
one, one.
Well, are you going to his house later
No.
or are you staying home?
Nah, I only stay over Mondays and Tuesdays.
Is that when you're both off?
No. Yeah. Why is there a cop pulling up to my address? Don't come up to my residence.
Well, Sammy's been
We're
busy.
through. Well, I guess we'll see because it's actually them. Do not pull up that. Oh my god, I hate when they come up to my driveway.
Drive through.
Hi, thank you for choosing Wendy's. How can I take your order?
Oh, Darth, no.
What do you say? What do you say?
It's too late. I'm ready to be hurt again, LMAO.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess we better start early. I already have a boyfriend, sorry. Need to break it to you, boy. But I'm somebody else's curse now.
Did you say you're somebody else's purse?
Curse.
Oh, hearse.
Curse.
I got you.
No.
That's kind of
Curse.
Oh, curse. I was gonna say
Curse
hearse is kind of
without fuck.
poetic. It's kind of poetic.
Oh, that is, huh? I like that. Never mind. I stick to curse.
No. Darth, it's too late to be simping. I'm sorry, my friend, but I have to call the horny police on you. Oh, well, they're at the wrong address. They're at Cindy's, not
Yeah.
at Darth's.
They are at the wrong address, huh?
Hello, we got a call about someone being a stupid bitch.
That's a felony. There's a cat. The cat's... Oh, what's up, little dude? Hi. Hi. Meow. Hi. You know, I have a weakness for this little fluff ball. It's purring.
You said fluff ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I heard. I initially heard fuck ball. I was like, what?
Nah. Oh. Hi. What? Not a fit. what's up? What, dude? Come here. Come here. Kitty. Hello, small thing. Huh? Hello.
Dar says he accepts the bonk.
Cat. I like cats. 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 Rare. Alright, I'm done touching this animal. Hello?
Oh no, Tony.
What?
Tony says, I wish I was that cat. Compa said it's only a fuckball if you're Shane Dawson.
Oh no, please. The slander.
Is it though? You have to
I don't
know,
know,
in
man.
order for it to be slander, you have to actually know that you're intentionally lying. And I gotta be honest,
You know-
I don't think Compa is lying.
You know what's fucking weird is that I kind of wished from that whole that whole scandal, I wish somebody would have done like a parody conspiracy video like he would do,
Yeah.
like those conspiracy videos, and then have all this research to back up behind it, and then it would be like an iDubbbz Tanemojo-esque meeting where like it would lead up to it, and then it was just like a small sweet moment of where they go up to like Shane Dawson and be like, "Did you fuck your cat?" And he's just like, "No," and then that's the end of the video. All the massive buildup. Do you want me?
Yeah.
Oh, just making sure you're still there.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Not talking to myself. This is good. Take that, therapist. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, it kind of sounds a little wonky because I'm doing things at my house.
You're good. Oh, I wanted your opinion on something. So it's kind of diluted, but there was a drama going on where a streamer was talking about like self-diagnosis for like any sort of like diseases.
Oh.
And just like how like that's potentially like more important than like the doctor potentially like diagnosing you.
I don't
Now
think
keep in
it's-
mind the important discrepancy is that like they're referring to like self-diagnosis of an illness, not necessarily of symptoms of an illness.
Oh, like they're going around saying that for sure. They have like, say, bipolar, DID.
I don't think that's necessarily what they were saying, but like that's what like if you're not like critically thinking about it, I think that's probably what the perception would be.
And so, okay, so with that knowledge, what was your initial question?
Like, what are your thoughts on that idea?
As a mentally ill person diagnosed by a doctor, I think it's fucking stupid. But to an extent, right? Because, like, if you're doing it, or let's say, okay, how do I break this down? Let me get my thoughts together.
Okay.
See, because I understand that some people don't have maybe the support or the resources that they need to go and see a doctor and get help, which the next step would be like doing research and, you know, not self-diagnosing, but kind of finding out what symptoms you may have,
Yeah.
right? Because I think that's really important, not just for, you know, helping yourself, but also knowing yourself better and knowing how to react with your surroundings and the people around you and how to take care of yourself until you get to the point where you can see a doctor and be like, look, this is what I'm going through. You know, it's kind of like when you go to a normal doctor. You don't go to the doctor and be like, oh yeah, well, I most likely have the flu. No, they're gonna ask you questions, they're gonna check you out, you know, they're gonna run tests, and then they tell you, oh, it's actually strep. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So, it's the same process. I mean, that's what I was going through up until I actually did get diagnosed with bipolar type 2. It's bipolar depression and then PTSD, as well as anxiety disorder. And it's like I have a minor antisocial personality disorder, just minor. I know it doesn't seem that way because of like the way we are online, but in person, Jerb, like, Juan has a bunch of friends and a bunch of events, and sometimes he'll take me, and every now and then I have to go and like go outside and just be by myself, even if it's for like 30 minutes at a time, because I just can't.
Yeah, the anxiety starts flaring up.
Yeah, because then I'm like overthinking about, oh my god, they probably fucking hate me. Am I acting the right way? Should I have eaten so much? Like, it's just the dumbest shit, right? But I never once, growing up, did I go through those things before I was diagnosed and be like, oh dude, this has to be like manic depression, or like, oh, I just don't, you know. I never told myself I had something. I was just like, I feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And I kind of kept like a mental list of them until finally I did see a doctor, and he told me some of what I had already suspected, but then told me stuff about myself that I didn't know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And see, that's the way that people should go about it. But this whole like, I've been on TikToks for an hour, and you know, based on my findings, I now realize that I have schizophrenia. It's like, go fuck yourself. Fuck off. No, don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
There are people that suffer every day that have to take medication and shit because what? Like, you came to that own conclusion by yourself. You're now not only misdiagnosing yourself and diagnosing yourself without, you know, an actual specialist, but you're using that like self-clarification to spread false information, and I think that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's almost verbatim how I feel about it. I do want to get to the combo right quick before like I give my general thoughts on that. Cause he's still talking about the Shane Dawson stuff. I remember that when the Shane Dawson thing happened, I was in class and my teacher was showing a web page on the projector, and there was a ad for an article on the side of the web page with the title, Shane Dawson denies having sexual relations with his cat.
Yep.
We live in an interesting fucking time, man. Yeah,
Teacher was like, I forgot ad blocker, guys, I'm so sorry.
So like a good example of that, I recently started like being a little bit more, I say recently, but like within like the past like year or so, started realizing that like I had like certain behaviors when it came to work. There were like, I wouldn't say like they affect me like very negatively because I can like power through it, but some days it's just kind of like really hard. So like generally what I'm talking about is like whenever like I think about like starting a new project, I am like super incredibly ridiculously excited to start it, and I'll spend an obscene amount of time working on that project. But then like after like maybe like the first week of it, it's a little it gradually just gets harder and harder to pick up.
Heh, that's what she said.
Okay, dude. But like yeah, and I was like, well, why the fuck is that? Like, I don't understand. Like, why do I get so excited about projects, but then like I could just give a fuck less like after a couple weeks? I realized that actually is a major symptom, like, so like typically when you think of like ADD or ADHD, you think of like someone who can't like focus on things for very long. So that's one form, but then there's also like a hyper focus version of it, like almost like a, so like there's the one where you can't focus for very long, and then there's one where you focus for too long. I was like, perhaps like, so like if I was like doing like effectively like what this person's recommending, I don't know what their pronouns are. I do know they're trans. But if I was doing like what they're suggesting, then I would just go around saying like I have ADHD. But like I don't know, and like honestly, I don't care, because like even if I like did find out that I was, it's not like I'm gonna take medication for it. Like it doesn't bother me anymore to the point where like I can't work past it.
Oh yeah, no, I feel just the same way, because actually I was diagnosed with ADHD, and for a long time, you know, the doctors are like, oh, well, you have to take this Adderall, and I was like, okay, you know, and then it turned into me not eating and me staying up all the time and never eat, I already said never eating, see, there it is, and like getting addicted to it. It was just bad, you know, like some things, like there is something that maybe you and Clive will agree on, is that he always says that he doesn't believe in prescribing medication to everyone. Like when he gets his actual license and everything, that he's gonna try his hardest to like make sure that people can get treatment without it. There are obviously people that need it, like absolutely need it, like people with severe like schizoaffective disorders and stuff like that, but
I think at that point it becomes like incredibly evident. Like it's not a like maybe I have this, like you do have this. Like it's like very apparent.
Yeah, and if it messes with your like daily activities, the relationships around you, your relationship with yourself, and like your perception of reality, then obviously like you need to take medication. But I mean honestly, like the only thing that ADHD and all my other illnesses have given me is just a cooler personality. So I just go to the gym and I eat and I play games sometimes, and I'm solid, man.
I mean, to be fair, like when you and I were growing up, like that like was very much the rage of like doctors like giving out Adderalls like they were like Tic Tacs, you know?
Oh god, they're so
like I remember like my teacher when I was in 3rd grade trying to get like prescribed me ADHD and like send me to the doctor to be evaluated for it, and like the doctor said that like there was nothing like wrong with me, but like potentially like there was, but like maybe not like the way that it's naturally perceived,
right,
like because again, since it's such a complex what's the right word for it, would it be a disorder or... yeah, well yeah, obviously ADD disorder, yeah.
Like, yeah, I said the name, Jeremy. Come on, look at this guy.
Fuck off. Alright. Listen, I don't have time for your shit. But yeah, like maybe that's potentially like maybe I did, but like it didn't have any impact on whether or not like I performed well in school.
Right. As a matter of fact, it actually helped my performance. Up until high school, which is when I kind of fell off and became like really depressed. Before all of that though, I was like top of my class, I was in the gifted and talented, I was in honor band, I was first chair. Like if anything, it just made me, you know, really excel. And funny enough, like I didn't even start taking medication for it until I was a little bit older, like around 18, and it really didn't help at all. Like it just made me into a zombie, you know, and I didn't want to do that because people were like, you're different, you don't seem as happy, like you're so numb, you don't feel anything. And I'm like, well, I thought that's what I was supposed to be because my doctor said that. It's all about finding the right doctor, but I don't feel like people should diagnose themselves, you know, especially now with like how active we are in social media and the fact that we can just say all our shit to anybody in the world. It's like, dude, shut your fucking mouth. You shouldn't be telling people about your schizophrenia if you self-diagnosed yourself and then are trying to like romanticize it and glorify it. Like, having a mental disorder is not like a personality trait.
You
You're not
actually touched on a
quirky.
really good point of that, like the romanticism of it.
Oh yeah.
Because like the way that it's kind of worded in the way that this person like describing it, it sounds all like I can't remember the exact wording, and I really don't want to take her out of context or them out of context. But like they were basically talking about like doctors like quote unquote like gatekeeping like illnesses from them. I was like, well, why do you need why do you need to have this? Like it just kind of like shows like the mindset. You know what I mean? Like does that make sense? Like how the wording of that comes across?
Yeah, it does. And it's, I don't know, it's just, I'm sick of it. Kind of want it all to just go away.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to lock those people in a room with people that actually have the disorders and then be like, you know what, I don't want this anymore. You know what, I think I'm cured. I suddenly realize I don't have multiple personality disorder. That guy's crazy.
Yeah. But I think like also with most illnesses like that being on a spectrum, like you can like, so obviously someone that has like cancer, like stage 1, is going to be like vastly different from someone that has like stage 4 or is like terminal.
Yeah.
And I like obviously like there are a lot of different like mental illnesses or illnesses in general that are like that.
Yeah, like I obviously, you know, I'm suffering from a lot, but you know, I'm not like these other people that like make it a part of like every day or something, or like if somebody asks me why I'm a certain way, I'll be like, oh well, it's just that I don't feel comfortable being around a lot of people, or oh, sometimes I just zone out, sorry, can you say it again, or oh, I forgot, you know, my memory's not that good. As opposed to the people now that are just like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's my depression, or like, oh, sorry, it's because I'm bipolar. You know, it's like, fuck, no, stop it.
Give me 1 second. All right, Jay Brown, I'm gonna head out. This was a blast. See you next stream. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, Compo. We'll talk again soon.
Bye, Combo. Good night. Don't clip that. Nasty.
What are you doing, Darth?
I'll say it if he donates $1 to you.
I don't think I have a donation thing. I mean, you can be on Patreon. It's right there in the corner. Patreon.com/Jaybear. You know what's really frustrating about that? Like, I'm quite literally, like, Patreon's like my one place where I was able to just get Jerbear. Everything else has to have something else attached to it, and it fucking infuriates me. Twitch is Jerbear7. I think Twitter's Jerbear7. Instagram's Jerbear7th. TikTok is Jerbear Animations. Like, fucking. Like, I wonder how much it would cost me to like get like just Jerbear everywhere. Like, who I'd have to pay for that.
I believe that's gonna run you about $250.
More than that, I promise you. I probably, like, realistically speaking, I would probably have to pay like 4 figures for that.
Jesus, fuck that.
Unless like these accounts are like, I know there's some that are currently being used, but like I know there are a couple that are dead. Like I could probably like hey, this dude doesn't really use this shit anymore. Can I like maybe?
Can I snag it?
Can I speak to him? Like, can I get his email so I can ask him if I can take the URL from him?
Brother, can you pass the oats, please? Technically, I got really lucky being able to get that name on every fucking platform.
Yeah, it's also pretty unique. Unfortunately, like I'm far from like the only like person with Jerbear in the name. I'm probably the most prominent right now. But like if you had said like when I first started, yeah, definitely not.
Being generic, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Also, I have a a white name, so I shouldn't be talking. I hate it. I was like, what's your name? Like, Cynthia. It's like, oh, really? I'm like, nah, don't fucking do that to me. Just write down my name. You asked me for it, I told you. Fuck
That's
off.
rude as fuck.
I hate it. Ah, speaking of rude, the fucking...
Was it supposed to be bitch Consuela?
Sorry. It's actually, Esperanza Guadalupe, Felipe... Well, what is that one name? Fuck. Can't even remember. Like, I can't think of a better name for me to suit me because I'm so used to my name, but everybody expects me to be like, oh, she's gotta have 4 names for sure. Like, no, I don't. Fuck off. Yes, I understand that my first and last name are from different fucking countries, but leave me alone.
I don't know, like, I really feel like probably, like, honestly surprised that we still think about it like that, you know? Like, it makes sense, obviously. Sorry, trying to make sure Paula doesn't need to go out.
And fight crime.
Yeah, fight crime. Like, I'm surprised that we honestly still think about it this way, like, where we have so much cultural tie to, like, specific names. Like, obviously it makes sense, like, how, depending on, like, how native it is. But, like, nobody really thinks about, like, Jeremy being, like, not, like, specifically just a white name. Like, most people think of, like, Jeremiah, or, like stems from, like, Jeremiah, which is, like, Hebrew.
That's true, but, like, the only Jeremiah I've ever known in my life was black, so...
Yeah. But then there's, like, also, like, that variant where it's, like Jerome. Or at least, like, where it's spelled like Jerome. Or even just
like
Jerome in general.
That one skit from Key and Peele of all the football players. The square you stack their trees. You know, funny enough, we're on the race topic. No, I'm just kidding. But today at work, this cleaning lady comes and cleans the office, and it's separate from the guard shack. So I'm chilling in there, and then SOC, like System Operations, calls me. And they're like, hey, could you go and check the circle lock on the east side? It seems that an alarm went off. And I was like, okay. So I'm walking over there, and waiting for me at the front entrance is the housekeeper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hi. She's like, pues sabes qué, mija, yo quería abrir la puerta y pues no quería abrir, ¿me puedes ayudar? Like, it was basically saying like, hey, yo, this door didn't want to open for me, dog. Like, you want to come help me? And I answered her in Spanish. I said, ¿cuál puerta? And I said, which door? And she's like, well, you don't speak Spanish? And I was like, yes, I do. I just spoke Spanish to you. And she's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Come follow me. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm walking over there, and she's like, ponme me in. And besides the accent, she's speaking perfect English, okay? She's like, I already tried my badge like many times and it won't open for me. I don't know what's going on. Can you call me? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I called SOC, and then they're like, well, she had a pass back, which basically means that she scanned her badge twice. So the system locked her out because that counts as suspicious activity. And so I was like, okay, can you override that, turn off the alarm, turn it back on, and then see if it works for her? And they're like, okay, yeah. And he's like, well, tell her next time she needs to call us, okay? And I was like, for sure. Thank you, Officer Moreno. So I go back there, and I'm like, hey, so it's a pass back. I explained what it was to her. And she's staring at me like really ugly. Like, she's got this grimace on her face, and I'm just like, okay. Well, I said, and so here, as a matter of fact, I can go ahead and give you SOC's number so that the next time that this happens, you can call in and they'll be able to assist you more quickly. That way you don't have to wait for one of the officers to come resolve it for you. And then she's like, en español, please. And I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do speak Spanish, but some of those words I can't really translate. And then she's like, she starts laughing in my face again. And she's like, pues, no te entendí. Which means, oh, well, I didn't understand you. Right? And so she's laughing. And I told her in Spanish, it's like, señora. It's like, ma'am, I said, I understand you might prefer Spanish, but I'm not comfortable speaking Spanish when I know I'm going to butcher it, or when I know it's things that I can't pronounce or translate. I said, I would really appreciate if you respected my choice. Now, will you take down this number? Right? And then she starts pulling out her phone, and then she's like laughing. And she looks at me, she shakes her head. And so finally, in Spanish, I said, algo está chistoso, señora, porque soy seguridad, no soy payaso, ¿me entiendes? Which is basically me saying, is something funny here? Because I'm dressed as security, not a clown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she just got really, like, serious. And, like, it looked like the blood left her face. She wasn't smiling anymore, stopped laughing. And she's like, oh, what's the number? So I gave it to her. I said, is there anything else I can help you with today? In English. And she goes, no, that's it. Thank you. And then I was like, okay, let us know if you ever need help again, okay? Walked back to the shack. The time that it took me to walk from her to the shack, she had called SOC and said that I was being racist, and she was upset because I didn't even try to speak to her in Spanish first. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you do understand that she never told me prior to us meeting, that was our first time meeting, to speak to her in Spanish. She didn't tell me that's what she preferred. If anything, she ridiculed it for me. I was like, we're both Mexican, we're both Hispanic. So, you know, that doesn't make a difference, because even if I went up to her and looked at her and just assumed she spoke Spanish, wouldn't that have been at least a little bit fucking racist?
Yeah.
So
no,
they were all
100%.
just laughing, and they were like, yeah, exactly. And they were all laughing. They're like, you know what? Don't worry about it. She calls about this stuff all the time. And I'm like, man, I was like, tell her if she needs help again to call you guys, because I'm not gonna go help her anymore. I was like, that is an HR report waiting to happen. I'm not fucking with that.
100%.
Fuck that lady, dog.
Yeah, no. Do you think it's interesting that I would imagine, like, since she was so vehemently speaking Spanish, she was probably first generation. Do you feel like there's like a massive disconnect there? Like, that maybe, like, obviously this lady was a bitch, but like, do you feel you have like a disconnect with like people who are maybe like first generation American that
No,
come
not
from
at all.
Mexico?
Not at all, because actually my grandma is one of those people.
Yeah.
She's way older than this lady, you know? And the thing is that my grandma was poor, and she didn't have the resources necessary to learn English.
Well, to be
You know
fair,
what I mean?
like, your grandma's been here for a while, right?
Oh yeah,
So
for a long time.
I should probably like clarify a little bit. Like, do you feel like a massive disconnect with somebody who like is newly first generation, not necessarily somebody who just is naturally first generation, but they've been here for a while?
No, I still don't feel a disconnect, because those people, how do I say this? Because here, living, especially here, where the majority is would be the minority everywhere else, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are people here that just feel more comfortable learning Spanish. I mean, speaking Spanish. But the difference is that those people here, 99% of the time, will never ever make the effort to learn English. Ever. Never in their lives. Even if they grow up around it, even if they like have the opportunity, they're just like, no, español, mejor, you know? And what I don't understand is that people younger than those people, who either have to learn it because of work, because of whatever, like, they'll actually go forth and learn it, but those people actually prefer to speak English if it's not in their home setting, if they're not around family, if they're not around friends. The only time that you hear Spanish, like, around anybody is if it's like that group of ladies in your workplace that don't know a lot of English, you know, where they only know a few words and they can understand you. Or it's the complete opposite. It's people who know Spanish but primarily use English because it suits the environment better for their job. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for this lady to be acting the way that she was just kind of like, expecting me to know she she preferred Spanish, but if that was the case, then why speak English to me perfectly, like fluently, and then kind of ridicule me for not wanting to speak Spanish? Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have. Obviously, it's anecdotal, but like I have met people who, like, say like they, for example, spoke either perfect English or like as close to perfect as you could get. But like their parents, just for whatever reason, would just like refuse to speak English.
Oh yeah.
And I never really understood why, because I would imagine like with the like a lot of the work that they do, like they would probably have to like at least like comprehend English, like if like they're like, so like I've known some that like were in construction, so like they would have to like understand like both written and verbally spoken English, so that like they didn't get like an arm chopped off. But like
right.
I never really understood why like their children who would like I guess for like a better word, just like I was on friendly terms with, like why they would speak English without like any apprehension, but like their parents just had an outright refusal to, or at least like even like learn to speak it like whenever they had like guests like of their friends or other kids.
I believe that, and it's mainly because if you think about the time that they started working wherever they were, there was a lot of people just like them, so they kind of make their own little groups, you know. And there are people that are, you know, that really just still don't have the resources, like the people that come over illegally, and you know they're like ready to work and all this good stuff, but even they learn English, you know, because they want to be citizens so bad. It's just, honestly, it's just the stubbornness. Plus, some of them don't really look upon America like as anything other than an opportunity. If anything, they really don't like us.
Yeah,
I hate
maybe.
to say it.
I mean, like, it's possible. Like, I can't rule it out. I mean, because I know, like, a lot of, like, immigrants are probably, like, moving to... well, honestly, I wouldn't even call them, like, immigrants in this case. I would just call them refugees. Like, they're, like, leaving to, like, prevent any, like, harms or tragedy happening to them wherever they originally lived.
Oh, yeah.
But like that doesn't necessarily mean like that just because like they would rather live in America, that like they'd rather live in America because they like America.
Oh yeah, most
or more
definitely.
likely because it's like a better opportunity and their world's safer than they would otherwise be.
Yeah, so when it comes to the language, which is also a part of the culture here, you could say from their perspective, they're just like, oh no. Like if I can live comfortably and get by speaking Spanish, I'm gonna do that. That's basically the mindset that they've had.
Right, that makes
So my grandma says, at least.
That's...
She's like, well, I get by, and I'm like, oh, you're right.
That definitely makes sense. So I would presume your grandmother's also the same way, like you have to speak primarily Spanish with her just because she's never had an affiliation, or not affiliation, an affinity for speaking English or learning to speak English.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Even when we're at the family gatherings, like my family, we'll start off in Spanish, and then if we're like really into a story, or we're talking directed towards each other, we like trail off into English, you know, because it's just how we're used to like gossiping and talking.
That's especially interesting.
And then my grandma will be like,
way around.
Oh no. I mean, like sometimes it is if my grandma's involved. But like we'll trail off and just speak English, but I feel so bad for her, you know, and I've been guilty of it, but I catch it more now, and then she's just there, like with her hand, she's leaning her little head on her hand, and she's just looking at everybody like, what the fuck is going on? And so I'm like, guys, in Espanol, like in Spanish, so she can know what we're talking about, you know?
Right. That's very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Did your parents teach you Spanish first or English first?
Oh, dude. My first word was más. That means more.
Yeah.
That should give you a good idea. But growing up, I was just like, yo, this English is mucho mejor.
Yo, this English is bussin'.
This English is unequivocally busting.
Cindy, why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
Oh, I was
From a
imitating like your
TikTok.
parents.
Oh fuck, my bad. Sorry, I got PTSD. I'm just kidding.
Like I don't know, Dad. Jim Carrey is really popular right now, and that sounds like something he'd say in the way he'd say it.
I don't know, Dad. Don't you watch the late night MTV show?
The
We
late
used to
night
watch that.
MTV show.
That one late night MTV show. Do you remember that skit of that guy in the movie theater and he's like bothering this girl? He's like, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? She turns around and she's like, yeah. She's like, I just want to tell you that the Becky hit is ridiculous. And then he gets up.
I've never seen that before.
No? Oh my god, it was an MTV skit. It's so funny. He's like, where's your boyfriend at? Is he big? Is he tall? Did he get you some snacks? Is he coming back?
Did he get you some snacks?
Where's your boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend? And at the end, it's just like, oh, okay, so, but can I have your number? Oh, I love it. My dad used to show me stuff like that all the time. It really helped with the English too, since I was super young.
Yeah, I imagine you probably would like get really close to the language to like not necessarily like want to imitate it, but just like it probably just sticks out in your head just because you found it like really funny.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially Looney Tunes, because I would watch them in Spanish, and that was when I learned the word pendejo.
Wait, what?
That was when I learned the word pendejo, which means like stupid, right?
Wait,
And
hang on, wait a minute. No, I thought pendejo meant dickhead.
no, pendejo means stupid.
Well, what's the Spanish word for dickhead then?
Yeah, let me see. Because I think I have an idea, but I don't wanna misdiagnose my. No, I'm just kidding.
Gilipollas?
Give me a second.
Gilipollas.
Gilipollas. The first L, you pronounce it.
A ver, déjame a ver, dame un momentito. Pelotudo
Gilipollas.
o boludo.
Alright, I'm gonna send you what I got, and you're probably gonna laugh because it's Google Translate. And it's probably brain dead. But,
Oh, that's a long link. Oh, I mean, you're not wrong. You can say it. It's so the double L is what makes the Y sound. So it's
yeah, the
gilipollas,
yes, yeah.
pretty much. But yeah, no, pendejo just means stupid.
Huh.
Like if you go to pendejo translation in the Google, in el Google search, it should give you stupid. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I've lived, well, I definitely don't mean dickhead as in, like, the medical term for, like, the head of a dick. I mean, like, the insult.
I mean, it could mean a lot of things, you know, but I mean,
I've
from
lived,
what
like,
I've...
a 20-year lie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I remember the first time I ever heard that word, and I was like, what does that mean? And I can't remember where, like, I can't remember where I got the explanation for it, but, like, apparently it meant dickhead. I don't know.
Well, now you can be safe knowing that, you know, most people will take it as you calling them stupid.
Yeah. I mean, it's still an insult either way, so whatever.
Oh, dude. I was like 6 and I learned it, and I remember stubbing my toe and I said, "Ah, pendejo," and then my dad was like, "What? Where'd you learn that?" "Cynthia." And I was just like, oh. I was like, I thought it meant stupid. And they were like, it does, but you shouldn't be saying that. And I was like, oh, fuck. You know, obviously at 6 years old I wasn't saying, oh, fuck, but I was, you know,
So you would say that's a curse word, all, even though, like, it just means, like, stupid?
Yeah, it is
Huh.
definitely a curse word. You usually use it, when you're talking about people who are being stupid, people who are being fucking dumb, or when you're around friends, and they're like, ah, pues, por pendejo, like when they do something dumb, or when you do something dumb. Like when I do something really fucking stupid, I'm like, ah, por pendeja.
Oh yeah, I got it because female.
Yeah,
It's very interesting.
the A instead of the O. Or, it's another good one. Fucking huevón. Huevón's really not that bad, it's just like calling somebody lazy. But you can always put that pinche in front of it for extra spice, and you're just like, fucking lazy piece of shit. Pinche huevón. Pinche huevona. I have so many ingrown hairs.
That's rough.
I know. I got them strawberry legs. Gotta exfoliate your skin.
Strawberry.
It's not bad. It's not super noticeable. Juan says I'm really soft, and I am, but I mean, kind of. I don't know. I've been super critical of my body since I started working out, which was opposite to the goal I was trying to achieve. But
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's a different kind of critical. Like, rather than, like, I still say, like, be careful with it, but obviously, like, it's not coming from, like, a place of, like, self-hatred. It's more of, like, a place of, like, desired perfection.
it's my body dysmorphia.
Have you developed body dysmorphia?
Dude, I've had it for the lot. Bro, I used to have. Come on, man. I used to have those eating disorders, bro.
Well, like, I know that, but, like, what do you feel is, like, your, I guess, your intended body, for lack of a better word, and
Lean beef patty.
lean beef patty? You want to look like a lean beef patty?
Wow. Well, look her up.
Wait, what?
Look her up.
Look up lean beef patty?
She's on TikTok. She's who I want to be.
Why did that, bless you, why did that come up?
Thank you.
I'm very frustrated that came up.
Well, my
I
sneeze.
wanted
My
to
bad.
think that you were gonna just talking shit.
Oh no.
No. Fucking copyright music, son of a bitch.
Did I cover it?
No, I already. I mean, I get it. But to maybe play, like, devil's advocate a bit. Her arms are giant, though. Jesus Christ.
I love it. I love it. Ugh. I
To
want
be
be
fair, though,
thrown
like,
there.
you are, like, a lot more curvaceous than she is.
That's true.
And, like, I would like, out of, like, I can't, like, say this, like, objectively. It's really more of, like, a preferential thing, but, like, I would definitely say, like, that to me is more attractive. Like,
What is-
obviously, like, what she has going on is very impressive.
Oh, dude, I would.
But like when I look at her, I don't necessarily think like dude, she's smoking. Like, I just think, like, oh wow, look at, like, all the work she's put into her body.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like
you
honestly
give it a, like,
50-50.
It's just like an impressive thing, but it's not really like a
Make my pee-pee hard.
attractive. Yeah, I mean, basically.
Yeah, I feel that. To each their own. But like, if we're talking about where I want to be in like a year or 2 years, that's definitely where.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, at least something similar to that. Just like the leanness of it all, you know?
I'd maybe go with like Chun-Li would probably be like the more apt comparison, but yeah.
She's also girls, but she doesn't exist, so it makes me sad.
Wait, one more time?
I said, oh, she's also goals, but she doesn't exist IRL, so make me sad.
Well, you can make her exist. Just do a cosplay of her once you're where you want to be.
That's cultural appropriation.
I mean, if you're making fun of it. I mean, if anybody says it's cultural appropriation when you're just showing your appreciation for the character, they can fuck off.
Like fucking
Those
Nicki
are the same
Minaj.
type, like, so like this is where like it's really frustrating to talk to Lobster, because like when him and I argue about something, like the view of what he has in his head for what any of my talking points are any of the people who would like criticize someone like me because I drew like a black character, an Asian character, and I'm not black or Asian. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Wait, that's
like,
a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately,
I'm
yeah.
gonna lose brain cells.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. There are people who are like, why are you drawing like black people? You're not even black. How would you understand the experience?
Oh, you're so right. I've never seen a black person before in my life. What was I thinking?
So I mean, like, there are things about the lived experience that like I could probably never understand. However, that's not going to keep me from like being able
Creating
to draw like a
art.
naturally beautiful black person or a naturally beautiful Asian person. Whereas I think I think like the perception is that like if like a white person is drawing a black person or an Asian person and they're trying to make them like flatteringly attractive in the drawing or the illustration, that they're going to quote unquote whiteify them, which basically means like make them look,
What?
like, so basically like giving them like very like white features, like rather than like the features that like would like are very like common.
People
like, on
complain
certain
about
reasons.
that?
Unfortunately, yeah. But like that's like the kind of person I feel like whenever like I talk with Lobster and argue with him, like that's probably like where he thinks I am mentally. Where like obviously like there are aspects of like the culture as it exists, like that like woke culture. Like there are parts of it that I like exist and live in. But then like obviously there are sects of it like that I just don't fucking vibe with at all, because it's just nonsensical.
I want to commit die in a video game.
Pretty much.
It's weird because I feel like I can say certain things because of YouTube, but I forget you're also on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're generally careful about it, which, you know, obviously I appreciate. I mean, like, if you say anything that I feel like...
No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, to be clear, I don't necessarily condone that, but...
Nah. Never ever.
I'm actually
Or
about
be
to
like...
hop off in a second. Yeah, Tony even said DMCA with the TikTok thing.
DMCA? What does it mean?
A Digital Millennium Copyrights Act is basically like a copyright strike. Or claim.
Oh. Tony's Bitcoin. Tony may not talk a lot. He's definitely pretty smart.
Yeah, it's a shame that he doesn't talk more, honestly. Because I mean, it's better to have people that are intelligent speak than it is to have people who don't know shit about shit speak.
He blabbing away.
Effectively. What are you doing, Link?
Oh, hello?
What are you doing, dog?
Also, update, hold on.
Okay. I hope it's not fucking Sammy again. Jesus Christ.
No, I think they took off. I'm just responding to the babes.
Oh, I gotcha. Cool. I could probably do like one right here.
Uh, so we were at Dollar Tree last week.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been shopping like the whole day. He's so sweet. Like he bought me a new charger because my charger wasn't working right. And, like we were just really getting along. Like we were really clicking, and you know, there weren't any moments of the day where I felt like anything was bad. I mean, I know that I wasn't looking for anything to be bad, but like I don't know. I just felt super content with him. You know, I was just kind of looking at it from the outside, and being like, gosh, like I really like this guy, and we get along so well. And that was kind of like the vibe for the whole day. So we're at Dollar Tree, and I forgot what I picked up, but I picked up something, and we were always joking with each other. So like we laughed so much. Ah, it's fantastic. Anyways, enough getting wet for Juan, but I picked something up, and I was like, oh, this looks fucking disgusting. And he's like, you look disgusting. And so I turned to him, and just to troll him, I looked really, really sad. I was like, why would you say that?
Oh,
and then
man.
immediately he was like, no, I'm just kidding, I love you. And I said, what? And he goes, psych? And I was like, what? No, what did you say? He's like, I didn't say anything, forget it ever happened. And it came out so naturally, like it just rolled off his fucking tongue, Jeremy.
That's sweet.
And so I didn't acknowledge it again till like 2 days later. We were just watching a movie, and out of nowhere I was like, you know, I'm never gonna let you live that down, right? He's like, what? I was like, what you said at Dollar Tree. He's like, I don't love you. And I was like, okay, not yet. And he just looks at me, he's just like, I don't love you. And I was like, I know, give it time. And then he just like looked at me, he looked down, he's like, I don't say anything anymore. I smell a wonderful love blossoming. She was fucking hilarious.
That's very sweet.
I know. As much as he wants to deny it, I was like, look, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna hold you to it. I know you're still figuring stuff out. I was like, but I'm gonna wait till you tell me. Because I waited for you, you know, to tell me everything, basically. I waited for you to tell me you liked me. I waited for you to tell me you wanted to date me. And I waited for you to ask me to be your girlfriend. So I was like, you need to take your time to figure out if you love me. Sick. But I do remember telling you, Jeremy, a long time ago, around the time that him and I first started getting, you know, a little bit more involved with each other, like me staying over and stuff like that, where he told me that he just needed his space because he falls in love very fast.
Yeah.
And so 1 + 1 = 2, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes sense.
Where did
Well, not
Darth go?
necessarily
Did he die?
like whether or not he like falls in love easy, but like, because I mean, I don't think we've ever talked about that, but just kind of like how he's like trying to like hold it off for now.
Yeah, which ultimately ends up in people thinking about it more and then giving into it.
Yeah.
For most
Yeah,
people.
I think for like that's potentially true. I can't really speak for anybody else's experience, but I do know like with Rachel, it was very just like sporadic. Like oh, what the fuck? But I mean, it's not like that. Like that feeling just kind of like it developed, but like it took me a minute to realize it. But I'm also kind of a brain dead dipshit a lot of the times when it comes to stuff like that. So,
Yeah, you're right. You are. No, I'm
thanks.
just kidding.
Thanks, bruh.
You're welcome. I always got to see it through, my boy.
Woo,
But yeah.
motherfucker.
And then even Joel, like my friend, he's like, oh, you're in love with him, and I was like, I don't know. Which is probably in the same
Okay,
spot that
dude.
Juan's in right now.
I don't know.
Well, dude, okay, let me tell you why I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
Tell me.
obviously the feelings that we have for each other are very strong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And from an outside perspective, which is you guys, you obviously would be saying, oh yeah, they love each other. And you can have a form of love for somebody. Like I have a form of love for you, like I have a form of love for my family, for John, for Joel, for fucking Tony, you know. But to say that I'm in love with somebody is completely different. And I can't say that I'll ever know what that kind of love is. Because I don't know what love is.
Yeah,
I have an
that's-
idea. I
that's
have my own
fair.
idea that because I have my own idea that I've created over the time that I've been alive. You know, but every time that I thought I was in love with somebody and I thought that what they were showing me was love, you know, where are they now?
Yeah.
So
I 100% vibe with that idea. I don't think I really realized, like, I think when I was younger, like, I thought I knew that I really cared about somebody. But, like, being with Rachel really put that into perspective, because I was like, wow, like I cared about these people, but, like, to even, like, put that in the same ballpark as what Rachel and I have is not even close.
doesn't even compare.
No, like I've because unfortunately this is the kind of person I am, and I just like overthink about like very negative stuff. Like the idea of like Rachel passing away has like popped in my mind like more times than I'd like to admit, and like the emptiness that like is simulated in my mind is just like
soul crushing.
like a fate worse than death. Like I would
It's
I would
indescribable.
never like in a video game myself, but like that sensation of like being without her would probably bring me the closest to wanting it that I've ever felt.
Right.
Like agonizingly so. So yeah, like I completely understand.
Yeah, especially since, you know, like nobody will ever have the same love that you have for Rachel, and the love that she has for you is, I mean, obviously it's love, but it's not the same as the way that you love her, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody has their own definition of love. So, like, I have no fucking idea. When you guys tell me, oh, you guys love each other, or like, you're in love, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, well then
I'm figuring it out.
if it makes you feel better, what I see the two of you portray is like very reminiscent of like things that Rachel and I used to do or have done at one point, or things I've noticed like people that like I know for a fact were in love with each other did.
Oh shit. Am I in too deep, boys?
I mean, if you consider that a bad thing.
I don't know, I just feel like it's too soon to tell, but then again, like, there's also not a time frame for when people should say it, I guess.
Yeah, like, alright, so here's my general thoughts. I think you should say it whenever like you feel like you say it, or like you feel it. Problem is like, so you probably recognize this as a teenager. A lot of people don't understand what love is, and therefore just kind of like, oh, like I feel good and happy, this must be love. Like, not necessarily, but like that's like an inkling into the feeling.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to describe it other than like there's something like, to me, like it kind of stems off like a negative feeling, and like what I mean by that is like I can tell that I feel a certain way, not necessarily like, or at least I notice it first, not necessarily by the good feeling I get, but the bad feeling I get like should like any of like the negative kind of like hypotheticals start popping in my head. Like, okay, so here's a good example. If my next door neighbor died tomorrow, I wouldn't care.
Fuck that guy.
I mean, it's not even like I'm sure he's a good dude, but like, like if the next door neighbor I knew relatively well died, I probably wouldn't care. I'd be like, well, fuck, shit. Now we're probably gonna get shitty neighbors. Then like I think like, okay, well, like what happens if like my mother passes? Like, I'm probably gonna be like pretty emotionally shaken. And it'll probably like have like create a hole for a bit, but like I'll eventually recover. But if like Rachel or one of the kids pass, I'll never recover from that. Like ever. There's no way. Like I know myself well enough to know that that's just like whatever happens there is permanent.
Right.
But like then that's kind of like for me like that's the hierarchy of, like for love. Like obviously I love my mother a lot, but like you mentioned before, it's just kind of like there's different levels, and like you're not necessarily meant to like die before your parents. So like it's only natural that generally you're going to like witness their death at one point or another. So like maybe it's like a what's the word, an intrinsically natural thing, like your body just kind of like braces you for it. So like maybe as you get older you're like less inclined to be as emotionally devastated, whereas you and a partner are technically meant to like live around the same length of time, like assuming you're of the same age.
Right. That's scary to think about.
Yeah, very much so. But like that kind of just shows you, like, to me, love is like how much of your emotional space a person occupies.
I'm scared.
Well, you know, it's a scary thing. It's kind of like love's like a car. Like, could you not like like it's a scary thing. Like tons of things can happen to you, and like maybe like at some point it just doesn't work anymore. But like the amount of things it allows you to do and put into perspective than you could before you had the car, like you're so much deeper of a person because of the amount of things you've seen and experienced because of it.
That's true. You're not wrong. God, I'm such a hopeless romantic too. Fuck. Whatever. You know what? I made my bed. I'm gonna lay in it. We have talked about this before, when the idea of dating him was just as scary as the idea of falling in love with him. Where I said, you know what, that's gonna be an outcome, and you know, I also have to think about the outcome of it not working one day and then us just separating, and how painful it would be after I allowed myself to love somebody again. So I've decided he's worth the risk, so I guess I'll just play it by ear and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
And see, I wouldn't be thinking this deeply about it if he hadn't slipped up and said it like that, which is weird, because if you think about it, it was just his train of thought out loud.
I mean, potentially, but like as far as you know, he could very well be thinking about this the exact same way too. He's probably like, fuck, did I tell her too early? Did I say this? Did I say the wrong thing? Fuck.
And my reaction definitely didn't help. I looked like a deer in the headlight. So you I should have said it like that too. I love you. Reggie.
It's like you guys have a kid later down the road, and he's like explaining like the first time he told you that he loved you. It's like, so one day we're in a store and mom was faking that I made her feel bad, and I was like, no, sorry, I don't mean it, I love you. And then I'll never forget how she reacted. She turned to me like a deer in headlights and she went like, wow, what you guys have is horrendously special.
And then that's when I knew she was the one. With her
no one's ever heard like that to me before.
So beautiful.
Get Nicholas Sparks on the fucking phone.
Too young for that reference. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Tell me that.
I'm gonna in a fucking video game myself. Please help me. Help me. Help me. Why aren't you helping me?
God, I'm such a troll. I hate it. No, I love it.
I'm probably putting way too much detail in this. What's up?
Oh, shit. I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, I'm about to head off. I've actually been on a little bit longer, but you know what? The fact that like, I was honestly like expecting it to take me a little bit longer to kind of get back into the groove. But you know what? The fact that like 2 hours 30 minutes in, and like I'm just now even considering like leaving, it's definitely a good thing. Because I got a lot of work with all the other stuff to do, and then like I've got to start like plotting out the stuff for Darth.
Who?
So, the dude, the horny bonk dude earlier.
Oh, the one who's thirsty for my cha-chas.
Yeah. So, his he had an artist like do some stuff for his stream. But they took a long time and they never really finished the work. And he's basically like having them refund him like for the remainder of the work that's not done.
Damn.
And then I'm just gonna take over.
That's cool.
Because apparently, like what the I don't know if you were the Star Destroyer animation thing. I don't know if you were here for that.
I was, but honestly, I wasn't paying attention that much.
That's fine. I'll show you again in just a moment. Give me a minute. Like it'll be the last thing I do for stream. And
like I look at it visually, and I'm like commenting about it like I was with you, and then I just like zone out and have my own conversation with you in the chat, and I only hone in on the parts where you address me directly.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Selective. No, I'm just. I'm just dumb.
Okay, I think I'm done with this. I can import this over to the actual file. Doesn't look too bad. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I mean, it's relatively busy, but like I don't think there's much I can do about that.
I see. Ooh.
Here, I'll get closer to it.
Enhance.
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 There's probably a little bit more stuff I could do to it color-wise, but like I haven't like. I'm just trying to get like a basic block out for everything.
How many colors do you have there?
Right now, this is really just like 3. It's just like 3 different shades of purple.
Put some white in there, bro.
No, I'll probably just make like a darker shade of purple because it's supposed to like. I'm not trying to make this like exceedingly busy because it's supposed to be a part of this. I'll show you in just a second. let's see, specify cells.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like part of this.
Oh.
And then like I'll have like a third one with the blue, which I think will probably just be like a tracer type effect, like the ribbons, like the zoomy ribbons. Yeah.
Is it supposed to? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, why is it so opaque? But yeah, no. Now that I'm seeing how bright it is compared to the rest of it, it's perfect.
Yeah, so like what this will be.
I thought it was dark. I was like, why?
Yeah, so the star won't be here at first. It'll really just be like these three colors, and then like they'll make an impact, and then I'll have it like energy. What's the word? A
Purge.
no, not necessarily a purge, but you're close. It's kind of like when you have like too much energy and it kind of has to like phase off of something.
Surge.
No, there's a word for it.
Splooge.
If we can't find it, then that's just a word we'll go for. A discharge.
Oh.
Like,
Same thing.
yeah, actually, funny enough, it's very accurate. But then, so yeah, I have the lightning here, and the like. This would be like very dark energy, like cool looking shit. Once it's like done. But yeah.
It
And
looks
then
pretty cool.
the third one, like right now it's tracer ribbons, but we'll see once we get to it. Because I was originally going to do like an ice texture thing, but honestly I don't know how well that'll work out. So we'll see.
Well, you'll never know until you try. And then when you try and it fails, you'll hate it.
Yeah,
But that's
probably.
okay.
I'll probably
That's
like hate it a couple times over.
I mean, that's just a part of being an artist, right?
Fucking true. Alright, let
Like,
me-
I hate something that I saw something, it was like a design for an enamel pin, and I was like, I don't like these colors. So I used the pin as a reference, and I redrew it, and I colored it the way that I would have colored it. And I was like, this is nice. And then the next day I looked at it, and I was like, ew.
Yeah, it's just like looking at stuff with like a new pair of eyes. It's actually like insanely helpful, but like doesn't feel like it sometimes. Okay, so are you watching the stream right now?
Yeah.
So this is basically like what he got. I'm gonna play it a couple times over, and apparently it took this person like a month to do this. I'll scrub through it after like a couple more times. And it probably took like I told him, it probably took a month because like the person didn't really know what they were doing. Like they were trying to figure out like, okay, how the hell am I possibly ever gonna do this? Now explain like what's not amazing about it, what they probably could have done better, and like what I plan to do like instead. Okay, so going back to the beginning, there's no need for this like the starry background, like it looks fine, but like there's no point in it. In a stinger transition you don't have to have backgrounds, like you can have it be completely clear on the like foreground of the scene.
Yeah, and what I don't like too is that if you can like obviously see the ship moving in a certain direction, I want to know why the stars are going like
Yeah, so
towards
that's why
like
I
a
told
different
him.
direction.
Yeah, so in order for this to be happening, the ship would have to be turning as you're kind of like, not even like you'd be like looking up at a direction, and like the ship happens to be like perfectly moving with your line of focus, like to where it's like perfectly still. Like it just like from a 3D perspective makes no sense. But
Yeah.
it's probably just because they had the still image of the Falcon, or not the Falcon, the Star Destroyer. I just pissed off a lot of I just pissed off a lot of Star Wars fans.
I'm a Star Trek fan, that pissed me off.
But yeah, and then like it's quite literally just like an image of the Star Destroyer from one angle, and then just like moving from one direction to the other, and like the motion's not very great. Like,
No. Even in the frames when you break it down.
yeah. So like what I plan on doing instead is just doing this whole thing in 3D. So I already found a free model of the Star Destroyer, and I'm gonna look for TIE fighters here in a moment.
For free skis? Uh?
Yeah, they do. There is like a Creative Commons license for it that I'm gonna have to like give to Darth when he uses it. That's one option. The second option is I try to remodel what the person who made the Star Destroyer did. But I would probably rather just go with that just because it's easier and it'll be cheaper for him because he originally paid like $150 for the entire thing to be done. And for reference, the work that I'm doing for Nick, he's paying me about $500 like per animation thing that I'm doing for him, and like that's like Jer Bear friend discount. Like that's close friend discount because like I would typically be charging about like $1,000 or $1,500 per animation of that.
I cooled.
Yeah. So
you had me at 500.
Yeah. So like I think that would just be easier, and like I think I could like be like, yeah, like if you just want to pay me like, I don't want to say like I don't necessarily want to say a price and then like end up like looking into like how much it's gonna take and then realizing, but then it's like, well, you did say this, but like a little more than like what he was originally gonna pay. But I think that's gonna be like it'd be like 1 billion times worth it.
Right. Are you gonna add like? Is there gonna be a light source in this whole thing? Because it kind of looks really static moving by like that. Like if you made it coming out of like, I don't know how to explain this as a good like visual, but you know how like in the movies and in the shows, like you can see it coming out from the shadows, and all you see is like the dark going from like half of the ship to the back. You know, obviously like I said, light source as it moves by, even though it's space, you know?
Yeah, like I would 100% like think about a lot of this stuff like that because like everything is going to be transparent when it's all said and done. The only thing that I'll really have to consider with that is like what I'm going to do shader wise, and then like where I'm going to place like a solid light source that's going to be pretty consistent throughout the entire thing. Like I don't think he's going to want it to be like hyper realistic detail. But at the same time, like if we can make it look like incredible, like immaculate, like as close to a Star Wars movie as possible, it's probably the goal. Fortunately for me, the model that I've got is pretty fucking like good, and not to mention the fact that the Star Destroyer is not even going to be like center focus, like it's just going to kind of be like a background object, whereas the TIE Fighter ships are going to be a lot more like they're probably going to be like center focus basically, because like the Star Destroyer is really probably only going to move like a third of the screen, while the TIE Fighter, like I'm going to have like 2 TIE Fighters like kind of like fly around the Star Destroyer, and then I'm going to have one from the left hand side, and then from the right hand side I'm going to have one like come in and then around center pause and then I'm going to have it like around like that same point that the Star Destroyer would be in. I'm gonna have it do like 3 barrel rolls as it's like flying into the screen, and then I'm gonna have like once it's like super close to the screen, I'm gonna have it just do like a traditional Star Wars fade from like one scene to the other.
I am excited for the updates of this particular project.
Brr.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Tony said. Give me a second, guys. But yeah, that's basically what we got going on right now. I'm actually gonna end the stream here. I've got to use the bathroom, and then I gotta start working on some stuff. How much are you gonna be on tonight? I figure we might watch Chappelle's show. You know what? We need to like watch a Chappelle stand-up special. Like, are you gonna be on for a minute? Or are you heading to bed soon? Like, am I keeping you up?
You're not keeping me up. I'm keeping myself up, but I am probably gonna go to sleep just because I made it my mission in life to get swole. So I want to wake up
What time
early
you,
and like run
what
or
time do you go
something.
in? Like 7 or 8?
I usually work out around 9, but I wake up at 7:30 or 8.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. All right.
But on Monday, since I'll be off, I could probably watch. Is it on Netflix? Are they on Netflix or?
Yeah. So the majority of them, of his specials, are on YouTube. However, the newer ones are on Netflix.
Okay. Well, I have access to both of those at Juan's house, so he might step out and do something, and even if he doesn't, like, he knows about like us all talking to each other and stuff like that, so he'd most definitely be cool with either watching it with me or having me watch it while he does something else.
Right.
So we could schedule it. Monday would probably be the best time.
Yeah, that works perfectly fine with me. Like, today's the only day that I'm streaming. I'm just trying to like get some time in, because like now that I have patrons, it feels really bad if I don't stream. Like I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm like kind of like robbing somebody of their money, like if they're putting that in.
At least they can see you working on it, so it kind of keeps the faith up.
Yeah, 100%. Because I mean, like, I'm working on it in the background, but obviously, like, I don't talk to anybody about what I got going on in the background.
Oh yeah, no, of course not. Except for me.
Yeah, so guys, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna be like, there's not a lot of people on at the moment, but like we are gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna kick it over to Blood Monkey. He's playing Overwatch.
My cock is hard.
He's a fellow sulfur.
Sulfur?
Yeah, he's a fellow sulfur. Guys, thank
A
you so much.
philosopher?
Wait, what?
A philosopher?
Yeah, no, he's just. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about, I'm more than happy to talk to you on the Discord. The link should be down in the description. Otherwise, you can catch me on any of my social media. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you. Yeah, we got 6 seconds. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Alright. And we are donezo.
2.9k is or